The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, teacher of the lost then found tribe of Shabazz, came from Sandersville, Georgia, America. Words of one of our great teachers. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, 1879 to 1975, 73 AD. My mission is to give life to the dead. What I teach brings them out of death and into life. My mission as the messenger is to bring the truth to the world before the world is destroyed. When asked who is the mystery God, he answered, there is not a mystery God. The Son of Man has searched for that mystery God for trillions of years and was unable to find a mystery God. So they have agreed that only God is the Son of Man. So they lost no time searching for that which does not exist. When asked what is the manner of civilization, he answered, one having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, culture, refinement, and is not a savage, pursuit of happiness. When asked what is the duty of a civilized person, he answered, to teach the uncivilized people who are savage, civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of himself, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness. When asked what is the prescribed law of Islam, said a person of that ability, he answered that the civilized person is right column, responsible for the uncivilized, and that he must be punished by the nation of Islam. When asked to make a devil, what must you first do? He answered, to make a devil, one must begin grafting from the original man. When asked what is a real devil, he answered, a grafted man which is made weak and wicked, or any grafted living germ from the original, is a devil. When asked, then why did God make the devil? He answered, to show forth his power, that he is all-wise and righteous, that he could make a devil which is weak and wicked, and give the devil power to rule the earth for 6,000 years, and then destroy the devil in one day, without falling victim to the devil's civilization. Otherwise, to show and prove that Allah is the God, always has been and always will be. When asked, what will be your reward in regards to the destruction of the devil? He answered, peace and happiness. I will give all that I have and all within my power to see this day for which I have waited for 379 years. When asked who was the original man, he answered, the original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and God of the universe. When asked who is the colored man, he answered, the colored man is the Caucasian, white man, or Yaqub's grafted devil, the skunk of the planet Earth. When asked what is the birth record of the Nation of Islam, he answered, the Nation of Islam has no birth record. It has no beginning nor ending. When asked what is the birth record of Lech Kulum and others than Islam, he answered, Buddhism is 35,000 years old, Christianity 550 years old. He taught of his teacher, my name is W.F. Muhammad. I came to North America by myself. My uncle was brought here by a trader 379 years ago. My uncle cannot talk his own language. He does not know that he is my uncle. He likes the devil because the devil gave him nothing. Why does he like the devil? Because the devil put fear in him when he was a little boy. Why does he fear now, since he is a big man? Because the devil taught him to eat the wrong foods. Does that have anything to do with the above question? No, 10? Yes, sir. That makes him other than himself. What is his own self? His own self is a righteous Muslim. Are there other Muslims other than righteous? I beg your pardon. I have never heard of one. How many Muslim souls are there in North America? Approximately 3 million. There in North America? How many original Muslims are there? A little over 17 million. Did I hear you say that some of the 17 million did not know they were Muslims? Yes, sir. I can hardly have faith in that, unless they are blind, deaf, and dumb. Well, they were made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devil when they were babies. Can the devil fool a Muslim? Not nowadays. Do you mean to say that the devil fooled them 379 years ago? Yes. The trader made an interpretation that they would receive gold for their labor, more than they were owning in their own country. Did they receive the gold? No, the trader disappeared, and there was no one that could speak their language. Then what happened? Well, they wanted to go back to their own country, but could not swim the 9,000 miles. Why didn't their own people go and get them? Because their own people did not know that they were here. When did their own people find out that they were here? Approximately 60 years ago. Enlightening words. There are some children who never sincerely accept their father as they should. So this is the nature of the human family of the earth. And when it comes to spiritual teachings, most of our leaders have good intentions, but they just don't have the right instruments since they were not appointed to do the job. But all our people today have the desire to do something for themselves, and first of all, to see injustice removed from the whole. We have suffered injustice at the hands of the white people for 400 years. If the master gave up his position as master, the slave would soon become his equal. If the equal justice were obtained all the way through as it should be, for we now have come to the time when we want justice and equality. The man of sin and his people deceive the righteous by making them have faith that he also is one of the righteous. We look forward to the hereafter, to seeing and living under a ruler and a government of righteousness after the destruction of the unrighteous. In this video, we share the powerful words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, teacher of the lost then found nation of Islam. His message speaks directly to the mission of awakening a people who have been spiritually dead, restoring truth, knowledge, and self-understanding before the destruction of a corrupt world system. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches that true civilization is rooted in knowledge, wisdom, righteousness, and self-knowledge. He explains the responsibility of the civilized to uplift the uncivilized, the origin and purpose of evil, and the identity of the original man as the foundation of civilization itself. His words emphasize discipline, justice, moral responsibility, and the eventual triumph of peace and happiness through obedience to divine law. These teachings are preserved within the holy tablets as a guide for liberation, self-correction, and spiritual restoration. If you're enjoying this reading of the Holy Tablets Chapter 2, like, comment, share, and subscribe to support the work. This video is powered by www.bookstore.net, carrying the largest selection of books and materials by Dr. Malachi Z. York.